Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Praveen, and in this video we'll talk about how to study for long hours. If I ask you a basic question, how many hours do you feel you must study in the last 1 month to get the actual rank that you want? I don't think you would be answering less than 12 hours, isn't it? But is it easy to read for that long hours? I don't think it is. So in this video, we'll talk about how to study for long hours without any distraction and what things can you keep in mind on a daily basis which will help you to do the same thing in a continuous way without any distractions. Before we start this video, ensure that you like and subscribe to my channel because I have plenty of stuff coming up, especially before the NEET exam. You will have a lot of revision that we can do that. Okay. If I ask you, what is the most important thing for you studying for a long hours and getting a rank in PGME? But what you would say is, sir, it should be hard work. It should be either a smart work. It may be a good notes. It may be a good coaching institute. It may be a good mindset. But you know what is the right answer? The right answer is your willingness and your inspiration. Right now, what is your inspiration? Think about what is your goal. Your target kya hai? Your target is right now to get a PG or a rank of your choice and do a specialization in what you want, isn't it? So that should be inspiration, that should drive you. Whenever you feel a bit tired, think about an inspiration and just always feel yourself and tell yourself, I need to work a bit extra out of my comfort zone, and that extra will come only when you have that inspiration in front of you. So ensure you always think about your inspiration whenever you feel tired. Let's talk about those students who actually are not able to come back to the track because they have lost a lot of momentum in the last few times because of COVID, Corona, or might be because of the exam getting prolonged. We have to come back in track. You agree? Okay. Let's try to plan something. So a bit of planning I given you in previously in my video. So I will put that link in the description below. If you have not watched it, please do watch it. But let's understand from what you can do in a practical way to improve that planning. Every day that you should plan. Every day when you start sitting and studying, you must plan and do one thing. You must plan for a better than yesterday. If you have read for 8 hours a day yesterday, just come back today and tell yourself, okay, I will study for 8.5 hours today. So every day should be better than yesterday. This is the first thing I'll tell you. Second, there's a lot of issues in procrastination. You get up in the morning, you start about starting a topic, and then you're lost. You think yourself, इतना क्या पढ़ेंगे, छोड़ो, थोड़ी देर और पढ़ते हैं, थोड़ी देर बाद पढ़ते हैं, इसको हम आज नहीं कल पढ़ते हैं. That is the biggest problem that you actually face. You procrastinate so much, you try to delay the work so much that you're not able to make that momentum. So ensure that you don't procrastinate from here on. The day you start studying, the moment you start studying, forget about everything else and bring yourself back to the studies. It is very, very important to make a habit, and that habit will never ever come in one day. Never. See, suppose you couldn't study for last so many hours, so many days, for the last so many hours. It is not possible for you to get to the same 8 hours or 10-hour culture or 13-hour culture in a single day. So the graph should go like this. It must be 6 hours, then 8 hours, then 10 hours, then 12 hours, and then 14 hours. Do not expect yourself to study for 2 hours on the last day and then 14 hours the next day, because it will maybe make your momentum for one day and the next day you'll again feel tired. Oh my God, I can't study so much. So ensure that your graph goes like this, and every day should be better than the previous day. But more importantly, I have one more point here, and that point is you should build a habit. The habit of studying at the right place, at the right time, and at the right way. So what is the right time? The right time is when you don't get distractions. And what is that time? Maybe in the early morning or maybe in the late night. Because at that time, there's no much of people who can distract you. There's no music, there's no video, there's no chit chat, there's no any of the web series, film series going on. So just get out of that. So ensure that you have that complete space around you in which you feel comfortable. And that comfortable space is never in your bed. Come back and sit on study table. The study table is an area where you can just put everything around you and then you can read in a complete flow there. So number one, it should be where do you study. That should be on a study table. Who are you? You are a already established doctor and you need to get a PG institute of your choice. It's very, very easy if you have right mindset. Where to study and when to study. So where to study is the right place. When to study is the right time, that is in the morning or in the late night, because that is the time when you have less amount of distraction. And most importantly, you should not lie down, sit on study table, so that you don't have any distraction or anything that you can wear you down. A positive mindset is, again, one more thing I'll tell you here is very important. No matter what has happened in the past, you might have not read, you might have not studied, you might have not get a good rank in IMICT. Just get over it, please. Just get over it. Do not think what has happened in the past. Live in the present. Present is with you, and you will tell yourself every day that what has happened in the past doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is whether I will study for that number of hours today or not. So that will help you not to make any excuses when you study. It will help you to stop doing anything foolish that you will waste your time or just not study to the potential that you actually have. Okay. Finally, I have few other things to tell you before I just end up with this video. Look, the exam is very near, right? But more importantly, who is important is you. You should take a responsibility for yourself. You should be responsible in how many hours you study. You should be responsible in how many hours you waste. So that is only person who is responsible is you. Do not wear down yourself extra or that much that the next day becomes very, very tired. Okay, so ensure that what you do is in the best interest of your health, best interest of your need, of how much you need to cover the syllabus on that day. That will very much mean that do not make that plan that which you cannot achieve. You can't make a plan of studying, suppose a subject, let's assume it's like anatomy or pathology, and that should be covered in only one day. It's not achievable. So do not make that those targets. Make a target of a chapter or these chapters to be read in that day. That's quite achievable and will give you a positive reinforcement. Okay, so ensure that you may distribute the entire 1 month plan into some micro plans now. The micro plan should be quite achievable, and that when you see, okay, this is quite achievable, you will always try to do that. Because when you look at that whole idea of studying for long hours, and then you look at this target is I need to do in the next 2 hours or 1 hour, it really give you that extra motivation. Yes, I can do it. But if you look at that long hours of 14 hours and you need to see, yeah, I'll read these or this also, and this also, that may wear you down. So ensure you distribute the entire plan of 1 month into small plan of 1 day, and 1 day plan should be broken down into small plans of 1 hour, 2 hours, so on. So that means when you get up in the morning, ensure that you plan that day. And with that plan, you'll always move ahead. There should not be any distraction whatsoever, but your inspiration, I told you, must be in front of you, and that is when you get a PG rank. I hope you like this video. If you need anything else, please let me know in the comment box below. I'll put it down and ensure that you study the most and let me know what is your rank. Wishing you with the best rank ever available for you. God bless you. Bye-bye.